Does your racket have the right balance? So what is the balance? Well, the balance is measured from the butt cap to wherever you feel like your racket is balanced. Here we've got a head light racket, and here we've got a head heavy racket. So the head light racket will have a lower balance point compared to the head heavy racket, which is going to have a higher balance point. So if I'm setting these rackets on the net, we see that one racket will be balanced just before the hoop, and the head heavy racket will be balanced well inside the hoop. Now, competitive players generally tend to prefer a head light racket because they provide the power with their own swing. Casual players, however, tend to gravitate more towards a head heavy racket, which is going to give them a little bit more power. We can affect the balance in many different ways. First of all, it's good to know that the balance is affected when you add the string. That's why for a racket that you buy in the store, generally the balance will be unstrung. As soon as you add the string, the balance will shift up, making it slightly more head heavy. We can also add weights to the handle of the racket, making it more handle heavy, or to the head of the racket, making it more head heavy. There's a very good reason why you should take good care of your rackets. The balance affects the swing weight. And if you start losing weight on top of the head by scraping your racket on the ground, where you see your grommet starting to wear down, it's actually going to drop the swing weight. And you could lose up to 3 grams if you start scraping your racket. All right, so we've got our beautiful, shiny balance board with the references right here. So right here we've got a reference mark where we want to align the rackets depending on their length. Most rackets are going to be 27 inches, so we're going to align it to this line right here. And if it falls on that side, it's going to be more head heavy. And if it falls on that side, it's going to be more head light. And the reason why is because the 27 inch right here, which is about 34.3 centimeters, is half of the length of this racket in centimeters, which is 68.6 centimeters. So this is the halfway mark. On this side, it'll be more head heavy. On that side, it'll be more head light. So let's take a look at this one. Just align it properly and start moving. So here we fall at about 32.7. Okay, so that means it's 32.7 centimeters from here. This is where we find our balance point. And we can see here we are on the headlight side in reference to this mark right here. Let's look at that FX racket. This one should be slightly more head heavy, still on the headlight side. Here we are at almost exactly 33. Just a little bit more head heavy than that red CX racket. Here on SX, this one should be even more head heavy. See where we land. Yep, 33.6, 32.6, 32.7. And finally, this one should actually land on the head heavy side. And a lot more head heavy than these first 3. And yep, about 36.2 right here. So there you have it. So how do you know what balance is right for you? Well, I think you can relate that to your swing. If you've got a pretty compact swing, you might opt for a racket that's head heavy. That way the racket will do more of the work for you. However, if you have a fast swing and you like to just hit the ball hard, you might opt for a head light racket where you can feel a little bit more control.